Real talk, the metaphor messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies. Legend in the game, I think I found a solution. Got a crazy kind of flow, I need a verbal institution.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, and here we are once again for the extravaganza, the bi-weekly bromance that is Nerd and the Jerk. And it's not just any regular, normal Nerd and the Jerk. No, you can see the Christmas lights. We're festive, folks, because this is, in all likelihood, the final Nerd and the Jerk of the year. And this is the holiday edition of Nerd and the Jerk. We're going to talk about all the amazingly crazy and messed up things that are happening this holiday season. And of course, I can't get through it on my own. I wouldn't want to go through the holiday blues on my own. So joining me as always, my co-host, my buddy, jolly old Saint Dick himself, Jake friggin' Link. What's going on, my friend?
Dick. I thought you were going to say my very own jolly fat man in all red. So, it's something like that.
No, I'm feeling more aggressive. I'm more aggressive.
Okay. Yes, jolly old Saint Dick. Okay.
By the way, one of my favorite things every week is when I get to make up your lead-in and watching you try to figure out in which way I'm going to go. It's like my favorite thing.
It's like probably 12 hours before the show. I'll be sitting there at work, my hands freaking in black iron pipe. And it just crosses my mind. I go, I wonder how Dave's going to intro me.
Did you just say that your hands were wrapped around some black iron pipe?
Yeah.
That's pretty hot, man.
Yeah. And the kids, that's how I met Real Talk.
I thought it was a snake. It turned out to not be a snake. It was a big weird thing. It is what it is. So we are just a couple of weeks from Christmas, my friend. It's been crazy. And I think the best thing that we could possibly do to open up everything is to kind of follow up on our first ever Nerd and the Jerk special thing that we did, which got actually some really good feedback. Jake, you found your Hatchimal, I understand. You actually got it.
Yes.
How many people did you have to kill? How many people?
Actually, you know what? I didn't get it. My wife got it. My wife's been... I wish it was more of like me wrestling it out of the hands of an old lady
or a child,
and me getting it, and then being the hero, and then everybody carrying me out of the the Toys R Us, and me being but you know what it was. My wife has signed up to all these alert sites that when certain ones went on sale online, and somebody said Kmart.com go. And nobody goes to regular Kmart. So why would people go to Kmart.com?
No one. There's no reason to go.
So she went through, she got everything. Everything was good. And like we had an issue with the mail. Like last week, a package was missing from my wife. So like we were tracking this thing like it was fucking second it hit my local post office. I was at the fucking post office saying, "Listen, you have what I need. I need this.
You got what I need." Good stuff.
Pretty much. Yeah, and I swear I had this thing in my car. I had the only way I could describe the anxiety is remember in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when he gets the golden ticket, everyone says, "Run, Charlie, run home."
Right.
That is probably how it felt having that fucking thing in my car.
Yeah.
Because all it was going to take was a fucking degenerate to just look over.
Any type of degenerate. Any type of crackhead, a fucking white trash mom, who fucking knows?
And see what I fucking had in fucking, and it felt, it was definitely a group effort. And I thank you, and I thank Terry, I think Aeon, I think everybody, our friends across the globe and across the country, just trying to, help me find this for my nephew, and
People were rooting for you, man, except for me. I was trying to get you into a actual Donnybrook. I tried to start a actual riot at your local Toys
by the way,
R Us.
I was the fourth person to not get a ticket. Yeah.
It's not even worth saying. The fourth person not to? You could have been the first person not to. That would have been a good story.
No, if I was the first person, because the first person that didn't get it, she started trying to fucking rat out the one girl who's like, she's trying to sell her place in line. Oh. You know, it almost got fucking heated.
Yeah, why didn't you flip on your camera? What is? Oh my God!
I couldn't. You know what? It didn't get heated enough to where I would have. But best believe if it did, I would have had World Star. That's all I gotta fucking say.
World Star.
That's right. White bitches fighting.
That's the great title. That's the best title. White bitches fighting.
White
Volume
bitches
1.
fighting over a Hatchimal in a Toys R Us.
Yeah. Oh my God. How good would that be? I want to see like pure blood and guts, and just one lady being dragged out of a store by her fucking hair. That's the Christmas spirit to me, man. My God. I want to see some anarchy.
You know what? I think Toys R Us did handle it very well, but I mean, it would be kind of fun to just watch fucking people just be uncivilized and they just have them stacked like in Jingle All the Way.
Turbo Man. But, I love that movie. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Yeah.
I love that. By the way, we're going to be talking about holiday movies towards the end of the show. Aeon's making her debut tonight, and I'm very excited about this.
Oh, yeah. Aeon is now, I guess, a nerdette.
She's a nerdette or a jerkette. Either one. I mean, depends on her mood, I guess.
She's kind of making her small little debut. You know,
she's an official team member. She is an official co-host associate.
Yes,
she's a nerd jerker. There you go. She's a no, that doesn't work.
No, might work. Now, she is a lady.
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Different strokes for different folks.
You know what though? What she fucking did with what she did with that pepper challenge?
Yeah, she's a man's man, dude. She man.
Yeah.
Whew. She's a dynamo.
Yeah, she fucking. I was just waiting for you guys to just fucking throw in the towel and just fucking.
She made me step my game up. She made me fucking come to play, because if you've watched me eat these peppers in the past, by the way, we're always playing under Carolina Reaper rules. $100 equals a pepper. You guys know how it works. But if you've seen me eat these things, I've never gone more than 2 minutes. I'm talking any pepper I've ever done, not just a Carolina Reaper. I'm a big flabbity vagina, and I have to drink milk almost immediately. But when I saw the steely gaze in her face, I saw that she was going to make me look like the biggest puss bag in the world.
Oh,
I was like,
she fucking didn't even flinch.
Dude, I went head to head.
Watching you two go was like what we thought the Pacquiao Mayweather fight, but it was gonna be.
It's what it should have been.
You know, what it should have been. Yeah. So
you got very New Jersey there for a second. Watching use guys. You got use guys with all the peppers.
Use guys. Listen, sometimes my Jersey slips out, you know. I don't really have the fucking accent. Like I said, I live 15 minutes away from Staten Island.
Yeah,
but I don't have the accent, but sometimes it slips out. I'm gonna throw in that. Forget about it.
Go guys. You want to see what I'm talking? You want to see my Jersey slip out? I'll show you this slip out. I'm right here. My God. So we're heading into Christmas, and we got all kinds like anxiety. Do you have the Christmas anxiety? I mean, it seems like other than the Hatchimal, everything's good. This is your first Christmas as a father, yes, right? Yeah, this is your first Christmas as a father.
I mean, clearly, I could get her a bunch of wrapping paper, and I'd be a fucking father of the year right now. But like, so me getting everything and anything for her is just for mine and Tracy's, satisfaction.
Right. Something you can scrapbook and so look what good parents we are. We spoiled our 1-year-old.
Yeah. 9 months.
It's just like 9 months. She's like, the lights. Just turn them on and off. I'll be fine. You guys don't have...
That's right. Yeah.
What's all this?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't put it in my college fund. Buy me a goddamn $100 present. That's what I need. Good job, Dad. Good job.
Yep.
Great job.
So nice Jimbo the Clown from Jimboree. There we go.
There you go. How many Turbo Man did you buy her? That's what I want to know. How many Turbo Man is under the tree?
Yeah, somebody's getting an NES Classic.
Uh-oh.
Say penny now.
Darn. That was even a 9-month-old would have appreciated that shit. My God.
She doesn't have the motor skills, but hey.
Anyone can appreciate Nintendo at this stage of the game. Speaking of Nintendo, let's open up here because I think this is important to talk about. Nintendo's having a holiday season, even with the goddamn situation with the Nintendo Classic and everything. People who are getting them are unbelievably happy. But Nintendo has also did a couple of cool things, and because today is the official launch of Mario Run, Super Mario Run on the Android.
I did download it.
Did you already download it?
I already downloaded it.
Oh my God, yeah. So like everyone's freaking out about it. It made a debut on Jimmy Fallon, and then they also showed a working version of the Switch, and it broke the fucking internet because it looks unbelievably glorious. Nintendo is winning the holiday season, and Mario Run seems to be the thing that everybody's going to be talking about for the next 2 weeks at least.
Probably. I mean, right now I just see it more or less as a freemium game.
Yeah.
It's you could only get to certain levels if you pay a certain amount of money, and
Yeah, I love South Park's explanation of freemium. Free is Latin for free, and emium is Latin for not really. It's the best explanation ever.
Yeah, it pretty much is. Like when I saw it, I was like, hey, you got to pay. Go fuck yourself.
Dude, I've pumped so much money into Pokemon Go. It's disgusting. It would make you sick.
I probably only put like $15 into Pokemon Go. I actually, you know what? I gotta be over 100. I actually deleted it for Mario Run today. Yes.
Oh wow.
For room in my phone.
I'm doing like all the changes to Pokemon Go has got me reinvigorated with it, and I've pumped over $100 into it. I know that I have. Maybe I think I'm being generous too. I think it's more than that.
You're just saying that in case your wife listens.
Well, the cool thing is, it's all your guys' donations, man. That's been helping me out. It goes to my PayPal. So I'm like, somebody donated $5.
Yeah, Dave needs to do another Carolina Pepper Challenge because he needs to fucking feed it. He needs more Pokeballs.
I'm deep into the pockets of Niantic. They're gonna take my fucking legs. They're gonna come over. They're gonna break. I owe a lot. I mean, those incubators aren't cheap, folks. They cost money, man. Schmeckles and lots of them. It's not good, but it's crazy. I have a Samsung, so I have an Android. Is it on Android or is it just on?
I think it might be just on.
I think it's just on iTunes.
Apple.
Yeah, I think it is at least for now. Have you gotten to play it at all yet?
Yes. I played like the first 3 levels.
It looks.
Then they have
amazing.
like a challenge mode. It is really cool. It's kind of like what Flappy Bird is, but better.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to. Yeah, but it's like. It's like you could jump on Goombas, and it's like the first Mario meets like a Flappy Bird type deal.
That's kind of cool. I'm excited to play it. I want to play it. Like I almost want to buy an iPhone just to play this damn thing because it does look cool. It looks fun, man.
I didn't download it on my iPad yet. Ooh, I don't know. Would you get a strike if I turned it on the game and started playing it?
Yeah, probably. More than likely.
Okay,
Nintendo are kind of cunts about stuff like that. I would love to allow that to happen, but I'm afraid. I'm desperately afraid. You've almost got my channel taken down once with pornographer Satanist, Jake.
Listen.
What are you trying to do to me, man? Now you want to fuck with Nintendo? You want to incur the wrath of Miyamoto? Holy shit. That's not good, man. He's going to fucking perform seppuku on me and shit. It's not good. It's not fucking good. Yes, I just made an extremely racist joke. Extremely racist. You want to talk about Jake being a racist? I just inferred that Miyamoto would incur Ritualistic suicide. Yes, that's pretty bad. I'm sorry. I had to explain that one because it's pretty.
What Dave is trying to say is that he will fly to Hawaii and fuck shit up.
That's right. That's right.
Nice Pearl Harbor reference.
I thank you for bailing me out because now you did way worse than me.
My dad, he was stationed in Japan for like 3 years when he was in the Navy, and he had like a Japanese girlfriend. Like he was serious about this girl, and he was like, they thought that they were gonna get married. It was to the point where my grandmother was actually looking at pictures of Japanese babies just to see what her grandchildren would possibly look like.
This worked for me.
It's a different time. She probably had to go like into a National Geographic or something.
Right? Because you weren't going on to Facebook or anything like that back then. Oh my God, no, it just wasn't happening.
Hey Siri, what do Japanese babies look like?
Japanese babies look like... Oh, I was about to do something really fucked up, but I decided not to. I thought better of it.
He said when he was there, like the older generation, when they would see him, they would just start yelling at him and throwing racial slurs at him, like round eye and shit that. Because let's just say that the older generation is not too fond of Americans.
Hey, round eye! Why you have to see so many things, huh? Round eye, why are you so different and weird? Round eye.
Why you sit at chair on table?
Why you no take off your shoes at dinner, huh? What's the matter with you? You have stinky feet? Ah, we all have stinky feet here. Oh man, we are fucking racist. Holy shit. It's not good. You can get away with it because your dad almost had a stepmom that was Japanese. So they're good.
Well, it wouldn't have been a stepmom. It would have been I probably would have been half Japanese, maybe.
Oh, this was before you were born.
This is way before I was born.
Oh my God, how great would it have been if you be half Japanese? Oh, because then you could become like you'd be a sumo wrestler right now. Let's face it. I mean, I'm just saying.
I'd be like, the only way I could describe it is the episode of King of the Hill where Hank finds out he has a half Japanese brother. Because a part of me, I always related to that episode because I always thought it would be great. Like, and I tried to look her up. Like, I asked my aunt like questions about like who she was, and my aunt only knew like her first name and stuff. And so I tried to look her up on Facebook, and nothing.
Nothing, man.
And leaving lizards.
I know. I saw it too.
Oh God.
Go ahead and read it, Jake. No, go ahead and read it.
Nope. Don't even. Oh, I'll read it. Japanese baby look like American babies with a bad case of the squirts.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I mean my
cheers.
So
fans.
yeah, there's
cheers.
I always like to think, because I am an only child, I always like to think that there's a possibility of a half brother or sister out there who is half Japanese and half my dad.
There is somebody, some Japanese boy right now with glasses and a hockey jersey eating rice as vigorously as humanly fucking possible right at this moment. I want to believe that.
His name is Kobayashi.
Jake's long lost brother, Kobayashi. Holy shit. This is fucked up.
Yeah, no, I know.
This is pretty, even for us. This is pretty fucked up. But
listen, it's not racist. My potential maybe mom was Chinese. It was Japanese. I almost said Chinese. That's even more racist.
My potential maybe mom. That's like some kind of justification. The woman my dad almost boned enough to become my actual mother.
So the fucked up thing is my dad got hurt. You have your military story about how you got hurt, and you jumped off a fucking the back of a truck being shot at by
557 motherfucker. Just remember that 557. It's a track vehicle.
Yeah. So you want to know how my dad got out of the Navy and he probably got the same amount of benefits as you?
Please, yes, very much so.
He was playing football on the ship and he fell and hurt his knee.
Nice.
just to show two different military experiences.
That is pretty widely different. It's pretty widely different.
Yes.
It's good stuff. All right, guys.
So my dad got shipped to the Philippines and I had to go there, and then I think he just, the girl was kind of waiting for him, and he did. I'll wait for you. Then he just said, "Fuck this, I'm going home."
I'm going home. Fuck it.
He didn't want to live in Japan. And then I think later on he met my mom.
Well, there you go. And now Jake is here. So.
And then 32 years later, here I am.
Here you are. Yeah, Jesus. I'm older than you a little bit. My God. But thank God you're here at this time, because the lights should give it away, Jake. You know what time of year it is, right?
It is time of the year for everybody to be offended by not saying Happy Holidays.
That's right. It is the pagan festival. Yes, we're pagan times. No,
that's right.
It's Christmas, folks. Yes, it's Christmas. It's Happy Holidays. It's all of that good stuff. And unfortunately, Jake, things don't always go like in the movies. I mean, even A Christmas Story has good old-fashioned racism in it. I mean, everything does. Rah, 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 rah. Everything's got racism in it. Everything's got fucked up things. But movies paint Christmas as a time where everything comes together and nothing bad goes wrong. And even when they do, they kind of tell the story, and it's a growing experience. But we know, as human beings living in 2016, that is simply not always the case. And this year has been especially douche-tastic so far. Would you like to get into some of these stories that we're hearing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm going to start with the douchiest one first. Not the funniest one. This is actually the least funny, but this is the douchiest one by far. And whenever you think of douche, I know whenever I think of douches, one of the first places I go, especially like white douches, white pastor douches, the first place I go is fucking Texas. This happened in Amarillo, Texas, at a mall. So, this time of year, malls, kids, Santa Village, it's beautiful. It's magical, right? Who would want to mess with that? God, that's who, Jake. Religion wants to mess with that, because apparently a pastor in Amarillo, Texas got a message from God that he had to come and let all of the kids in line waiting to sit on some fat guy's lap in a non-Jared Fogle way that was a false idol. And not only the kids were being wronged, but they were being wronged by their parents. There is an unbelievable video, and I will link it in the description box, of a pastor screaming, yelling, preaching to these children that Christmas is about Jesus, and they don't know what they're doing, and they should be upset at their parents. And he's almost calling for a full-scale revolt against the parents. It's unbelievable. And to see these Texas fathers start to circle around them a little bit and get more and more agitated, it really is a beautiful
Texas
thing.
Is a conceal state.
Yeah, right. Yes.
You shouldn't be a kook in Texas, because it won't end well for you.
No, it won't. But it's amazing to
everyone
me.
gather around. I want to tell you about another magical man. He didn't have to wear a red cap. He wore a crown of thorns.
Crown of thorns.
He didn't sit on a throne. He was up on a cross. And now he was born in a manger.
He didn't sit on a throne, but he picked one out of his head. That's right. I'm talking about your Lord and Savior.
You know what that is?
Jesus Christ.
That's just two people arguing. They're just a bunch of people arguing whose a fucking imaginary friend is more powerful right there.
Right? I mean, yeah. Imaginary slap fight. Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
You know what? It's like when Star Wars nerds argue with Star Trek nerds. That's all it was like.
Which, as we know, is not even an argument, because Darth Vader would fucking just put everybody up in a vice grip with his mind and be over. We know how that story would end. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying. The Death Star would destroy the Borg Collective. Yeah, but still, we don't need to get into all of that. They don't have photon torpedoes to go into a fucking 2 meter fucking wall. No, they can't do that. They can't mess with that. But still, different story, different day. This guy is one of the biggest douches I think I've ever seen. You hear these type of stories every now and then, but to film yourself going and telling children this is unbelievable. I mean, doing it is one thing. This is not the first time somebody's done this. This is not the first time a pastor has decided, I'm going to go enlighten these children. But to film it, not only to film it, but to have the nutsack to upload it. It's his footage. So he made the choice to also upload it. That's fucking unbelievable to me. I mean, that's almost like Hitler-esque type shit here. This is evil. It's fucking evil, man. Right.
This holiday is not made for the pagan holiday Yule. It's not the winter celebration. Jesus was born exactly a week before the new year.
Yes, except unless you listen to science that says he was actually born in like fucking June in a completely different part of the goddamn country. But again, they're neither here nor there. I don't want to get into a religious fight. I don't want to get into a religious fight.
And if you're Mormon, he was born in fucking Jackson, Missouri.
That's right. Jesus made his way to Alabama. It's fucking it's like, what?
Jesus
set up a shop in Utah. He did very well in Provo. Yes. Very well in Provo. Made a great living there. It was amazing. He liked the lakes. He didn't want to leave. He was just it was a good time.
That's right, the salted lake.
Yeah, that's how he was able to walk across, Jake. There was no miracle. Right, there was so much salt. He was able to walk across.
I always wonder he walked across water. I was like, it could have been frozen.
Right? Like people back then were so stupid.
I always thought it's kind of like, because think about it, the Bible is just the longest game of telephone, It's like
Jesus was playing hockey. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's right.
Jesus went out for a morning skate, and somebody was like, "Holy fuck! I gotta tell my friends about this. I've never seen this before."
Yeah.
Jesus is the first one to invent a triple deke. That's it's confirmed.
I think Jesus was actually in the first Mighty Ducks.
That's right. Gordon Bombay ain't got shit on him. That's 100%.
For whatever reason, he just kept on shooting pucks at Goldberg. I didn't understand that. It was
very weird.
And Goldberg, tied him to the...
I don't like hockey and I hate Judas. I think that was the line. I believe that was the line.
Yeah.
I believe that was the line. I'm not sure. I couldn't even say it. I haven't seen the movie in a while. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's pretty incredible that religion always likes to fuck with something like Christmas, which is, let's be fair, Christmas is not threatening to religion in any fucking way. I grew up Catholic. I grew up very Catholic. And let me tell you, we had our cake and Santa Claus cookies too, because they don't intersect with each other. They only do to the crazy people who have to have it their way, that nothing else. It's idolaters. It's drawing false worship from the Lord. Everything draws false worship from the Lord if you want to go by that fucking route. Goddamn Breaking Bad drew false worship from the Lord. I mean, Jesus. I mean, it makes no sense. The NFL is probably the biggest idolater in the history of the world then. It doesn't make any sense. Why do you want to pick on fucking Christmas? Why do you want to pick on kids? Let the parents decide.
Santa kind of helps your cause a little bit. I mean, because children don't like fire and brimstone and, and this guy's dying on the cross for, your sins. Like, that's all fucking horrific shit if you think about it, if you're a kid.
Right.
That's why they put bunnies and a big fat guy with a beard and fucking on the two major holidays, Yes. I think it's great, like, if you're going to be religious and, like, you should know the story, but you shouldn't be all like, Jesus is the reason for the season, not all these heathens and Rudolph. You know what Rudolph is? I could tell you about another man that had horns and a red nose. The devil.
The devil.
That's who.
Satan. Morning Star. Lucifer.
Yes. The devil was controlling Santa's sled that night. And the chimney is just when you go down into the fireplace that is hell. And then there you will have all your precious toys, but you will be suffering in eternity, all in hell. Can I get an amen?
Amen. The snow will be ash from all the burned victims around you.
That's right. All the unbaptized babies will just burn and burn and burn, and they will pour down on you as you think that is snow.
It's not snow. No, but you know what the thing is? The great thing about it is if religion was smart, they'd realize how good of a fucking job Christmas does. Because if children will all the bullshit of Santa Claus, it makes it a little bit easier to buy the bullshit of Jesus later. I mean, I'm just saying. The Bible is some bull fucking shit. Look, I believe that. Look, let me clarify here. I believe in something higher than me. I don't run a fucking thing. However, the Bible is some goddamn bullshit. I'm sorry, man. There is some hard stories to believe in the Bible. Really hard.
You know what? I'm Methodist, and I do like being a part of the Methodist Church because I do like the morals and the values. And
sure,
I hope one day. I hope my daughter, can learn, and she loves going to church now.
Absolutely.
I mean, she's 9 months old. But but the Methodist Church is like a very like watered down, or like, yeah, we're not gonna get all nuts about shit,
If that's how religion is used, it works. If religion is used as a basis to make you live a better life, then yes.
I never saw anybody falling in the aisle speaking in tongues or anything like that at any of my churches.
No chickens with their head cut off and blood strewn upon the parishioners. No, then that's good.
No, we always had Santa. One of my churches had a big fucking tree that like we had to construct every year, and like we would go in and sing in choir and shit.
Nice.
So yeah, it was really cool. But
that is kind of cool. I had some great times in church when I was a kid.
Yeah, it was like all the youth groups and stuff. Yeah, I won't lie. But like then you have like some hardcore Catholics and these evangelical fucking Christians that are just scary.
They want to ruin everything for everybody. They want to ruin it for everyone.
Yeah, they ruin it. They ruin it for people that are casual church goers, and that's how you get religions like what we learned about the Satanists and stuff like that in the show that almost got taken off.
You know what the best analogy is for religion? I just thought of this. This is unbelievable. I'm about to blow people's minds. This is a wrestling channel primarily. People know that, right? What the hardcore religious freaks are, this is what they are. They are the hardcore wrestling fans that want to go scream at children. You know that's not fucking real, right? Kayfabe, you little fuck. Take off that Roman Reigns shirt. Kayfabe. That's the same goddamn thing. It's unbelievable. Yes. Jesus, let people fucking believe what they want to believe. Look, anyone who wants to be religious, I have no problem with it. In fact, I respect it. It's hard to have faith at this time in humanity. It's probably the hardest time in history of humanity to have faith. And if you have a great relationship with God, I have nothing but respect for you. Leave me the fuck alone with it, though. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to. Every little fucking thing you do, you wrote a correct A on your paper, so you want to fucking praise the Lord. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't care. That's your relationship. Keep it fucking private, and we'll never have a problem. That's all I have to say on that. Well, we've gotten racist and religious. We've done all kinds of crazy things.
That's right. Yeah, shit.
We're off and running.
We're gonna get fucking misogynistic.
Well, it's coming. We're about to go back. Go ahead.
But yeah.
We're about to go back to some racism because I don't know if you heard about Bloomington. Well, I know you heard about it because you sent me the story. But Bloomington, Minnesota, a very white place. It's pretty white. It's Minnesota. It's right there by Canada. They play a lot of hockey there. A lot of white people.
The old joke is the only two black people in Minnesota are Prince and Kirby Puckett.
That's right, and I think they're both dead now. Yeah. Did Kirby die? Kirby died, right?
I don't know. Obviously, I know Prince died, but I'm not sure.
Kirby Puckett. I love Kirby Puckett, by the way, but neither here nor there. Okay, so Bloomington, Minnesota. For the first time at the Mall of America. I can't believe that this is the first time. Mall of America, the biggest mall, the most famous mall in the United States. It's definitely up there, right? I mean, a WCW Nitro was once filmed at Mall of America. So you're telling me it took to 2016 for them to finally actually make this happen. They hosted an African-American Santa, a black Santa. So the Santa Experience owner, Landon Luther, wow, that's a very white name, told WCCO that the mall wanted to have a Santa for everyone. Well, I mean, that's kind of a weird statement, but still. But people lost their fucking minds, Jake. People lost their minds over this. And in fact, the Minneapolis Star-Tribune had to shut down its online comments because the trolls came so fucking vulgar and offensive. Does this surprise you at all?
No.
Not
You got to realize, internet, not at all. Like when I heard on the news, it was like on like the Saturday morning, like Today Show or whatever. It's like if Mall of America has its first Black Santa, I'm like, oh no,
oh no, this is not good. It's gonna be bad.
I mean, this is great. Like it's like it's like I had no problem with a Black Santa.
Should have happened before now, though. Jesus Christ!
But you know what? If there's a first Black anything, like it's gonna be tough,
right?
Like if you're the first Black to do anything,
except Obama. Obama got through 8 years. He made it. He made it.
Yeah, I know, and trust me, that's fantastic, and
it is.
And it just like trust me, I was thinking like, oh god, this is not gonna. I think Wyclef even has a song about it. Black president inaugurated Friday, shot by Monday or something.
Right,
like
something
that.
like that. Yeah, the worst thing about Obama's presidency is that he's always going to be linked at it, followed up by Trump. I mean, people are not going to get over that shit. That's what having a Black president did to the American population. They voted for Trump. I mean, and I voted for Trump, and I'm saying how crazy this is. I'm just saying this is kind of fucking nuts that he won. I'm still in shock over this. But you never want to be the first. But can you believe that it's 2016 and the Mall of America?
Because I just want to say, because does anybody know who the second Black baseball player to play in Major League Baseball was?
No, who was it?
I have no clue. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
I have no clue. Everybody knows Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson, yeah.
But who is the second guy to go, all right, this seems like a good idea? Nobody ever knows.
No one knows. The second doesn't mean shit. But to me, I think the bigger story to me is the thing that's crazy to me is that the Mall of America, a very, very high traffic mall, it's very much in the public eye. It's 2016. How is this only happening now? That's the bigger story to me. I think we got our answer because people aren't ready. People fucking lost their minds over this. This is unbelievable.
Can't wait for the first gay Santa.
Nobody's sitting on his lap, Jake. Nobody is going to sit on
Hello.
a gay Santa. Come here, children.
Ho.
Oh my! It has a crop top and shit, and it'd be fucked up.
Right. Hello. He's a bear. Santa's just an old bear.
Just
a really generous, good bear. How? Well, have you been naughty or nice? What would you want for Christmas?
Jake, are you disconcerted by the fact that somehow our holiday special is turning out to be our most offensive fucking show we've ever done? I mean,
David.
I'm just saying. I'm just starting to realize this is pretty fucking offensive. But who gives a shit?
That's right.
It's gonna get worse. There's some stories that are coming. It's gonna get worse.
You know what? You know what? I should have put a fucking Santa mask on him. I should have probably put a fucking Santa beard. It would have been great.
Oh my god, that would have been great.
That's right.
You had to bring out the extremely racist puppet. We got a donation. Guncannon donated $2. Keep up the awesomeness, guys. Thank you, Guncannon.
That's almost worth being racist.
It is $2. I agree with that shit. My God. Look, Guncannon. Everybody give a little bit of love to Guncannon. His family's going through a little bit of strife on this holiday season. Much love to Gun and his wife and his entire family. Our thoughts are with you, my friend. I hope everything works out completely fine.
I don't know what's going on, but
his wife's having a little bit of a medical issue. She's she seems to be okay at the moment, but I just want to make sure that he knows that we're thinking about him, because he does amazing work for us. He did this great graphic. He's done all the graphic work. He's re-upped everything, revamped everything on the channel. I really do appreciate everything he does. He's a great dude. So give a little love to Guncannon.
Yeah, Guncannon.
Guncannon, Cannon of Guns. He can't choose a name on fucking YouTube for shit, but I'm telling you, he's a great guy. Probably the craziest thing to me about this entire Minneapolis story is some of the comments, man. People just went fucking crazy. Like, we don't get to see too many of the comments because they got deleted. But whenever you have racism or intolerance, the people who come back sometimes they're even worse than the people who are doing it. Because it's like the first thing you're going to get is, check your privilege and safe space and all of this stuff. But it's pretty crazy for, people. I mean, George Takei, Takei, excuse me, it rhymes with toupee. George Takei, he had probably one of the best statements that he could have done. Watching people melt down over black Santa in the Mall of America. Santa is white. Well, in our internment camp, he was Asian. So there. That's a pretty great fucking line, man. I mean, like, George Takei took off the goddamn gloves on that one. Oh my.
Oh,
Jake. Oh my.
Dude, on Howard Stern, they used to fucking play. He has like an audio book about his life, and he would just fucking cut that thing up and just play all like he said like the word balloon knot, and it would just fucking just play that. So every time I hear George UK, they would just I just fucking think of them cutting up the audio.
Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah in the chat probably has one of the best comments we've seen here. Fuck Santa, black or white, he never came to my house, that fat bastard. Says you were probably a badass kid.
Yeah, you're from the south side of Chicago, dude. Yeah. I don't fucking blame him. You know, fucking Santa's fucking all his fucking reindeer have no legs. You guys they're all fucking butchered. You guys are trying to sell reindeer meat on the fucking pound.
We got reindeer meat here. We got $3 for a pound. $3 for a pound. You ain't gonna get any better than reindeer meat. Genuine reindeer meat. Got bullet holes in it, but it's okay. You can eat that shit good. Government cheese, reindeer meat, it's good eating. I'm telling you.
Do you think there's a possibility that Jay maybe stole your bike one day?
More than likely. I mean,
like somewhere like a young Jay Davis saw a young Dave Ankira and said, "I need that bike."
It's
and he
very
fucking
possible.
Just followed you. Yeah,
I could see him coming cruising around, hanging out in fucking Mount Greenwood area, and being like, you know what? That's a little tubby kid. I could take that bike.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
Hey there, white boy.
I dare you to come 2 blocks over. I dare you to come 2 blocks over. Because in the 80s, in my little 2 blocks of whiteness, because that's what it was, Mount Greenwood at the time. I'm not even kidding. Mount Greenwood, 103rd and Kedzie in the south side of Chicago in the 1980s, there was literally 2 blocks that was a Polish white neighborhood, and it was surrounded by projects. I mean, it was 2 blocks and then fucking just an ocean of really, really nasty area.
I'm telling you, Dave, you gotta watch Shameless. You being in Southside Chicago, it's like perfect for you. You gotta watch Shameless.
I'll check it out eventually, but I mean, it's pretty insane. I mean, I got out of there thankfully by like 9, but still. And now it's cleaned up. I mean, they bulldozed the greens for Christ's sake. They bulldozed it.
They talk about the honestly they do talk about gentrification.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, but that's the thing. Chicago ain't gentrified, man. Chicago's worse now than it's ever been before as far as
waiting for
violence.
Dave, Real Talk just said, I would never take your bike, Dave. I'm waiting for him to come back and say something, but your mom's, though. I'm waiting for him to say something. I just think it's like he's thinking it in the back of his head.
Real Talk, taking my bike is the reason why I got fat. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
You can call me Real Dad.
Call me J Daddy. That's fucked up.
Your new name is Dave Davis.
That's a fucked up name, Dave Davis. There you go.
Dave Davis.
My God. So we've had stories so far that are just awful. I mean, but we do have a story that appeared to be amazing, like uplifting. This was a story that was going to get all of us through the end of the year. This amazing, beautiful story. It's sad and tragic, but beautiful. There was a terminally ill 5-year-old child who reportedly died in the arms of on the lap of a Santa moments after he finally got to meet Santa Claus for the first time. The story was shared everywhere. This fucking story was everywhere. And the guy who played the Santa Claus, he's been doing the rounds, and you can start asking questions at that point. His name is Eric Schmidt Matson. That sounds like a really evil name, I got to be honest. And he's a Santa Claus cosplayer in Tennessee who was informed by a nurse friend that there was this 5-year-old patient with just days to live that all they wanted to do was meet Santa Claus. So this guy was like, I'm going to get in my gear and I'm going to head on over. And he does. And the boy dies in his arms. That's the story. Everybody is, in awe of this man. It's a beautiful thing that he would do something like that, and then that would happen. It's tragically beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Well, Jake, it turns out it's probably bullshit. Holy God. Now the Knoxville News Sentinel is reporting that they cannot find any actual report of a Santa Claus going to a hospital and meeting with any terminally ill child. The reason why I have not referenced a child by name yet is because it doesn't exist. The Santa Claus, the only person who could have, by law, actually released the name of the child because he's the only one not protected by doctor, patient, or patient fucking hospital privilege, he will not do it because he says he's trying to protect the family. However, there is no confirmation by any news outlet in Tennessee to any hospital in Tennessee that any Santa Claus had any experience with a child in that manner. However, Schmidt continues to stay the course, and he's trying to say, okay, you guys can call me liars, but I did a good thing. But the problem is, by the minute, this seems to be more and more bullshit. Jake, what do you make of this? This is absolutely insane to me. Would somebody make something like this up?
Yeah, but you know what? I kind of hope it isn't true. Like, I hope
God,
that they're...
please, yes.
I just hope, because that's like a really sad story.
This is fucked up, man. Because it's already a sad story.
I hope the story isn't true about the 5-year-old dying in Santa's arms, because that's just horrible.
But at least that has a beautiful sentiment to it. Because
I know, yeah.
The kid was checking
like
out anyway, and the kid got to meet his hero, Santa Claus. He got to have a Santa Claus moment for the first time in his life, and he got to go out. Think of this. That's like me getting to die in the lap of Zoe Berger. I mean, that is how amazing this experience was for this child. That's how you get to leave this planet, being in the lap of Santa Claus and being just warm and comforted and loved and all of our listeners.
It's like all of our listeners dying in the lap of me.
Exactly. It would be a little wet because Jake's a little incontinent, but yes, it would be that exact same thing. 100% true. I don't know if Jake's incontinent. I'm assuming.
That's right, because I think, honestly, I'm pretty sure 90%, I'm almost positive, 90% of our listeners, I would be their dying wish to meet.
Oh, yeah, you're my dying wish to meet. I want to, before I die, I have to meet you in person. I got to make sure that this is true. This is real. Absolutely real.
That I'm not like a robot.
Yes. Like Tracy standing above you with strings. Yeah. I'm concerned. I'm just saying. I see your affinity for puppets. Maybe it's all Tracy. Tracy's like, it's my obsession. Jake's the greatest puppet of all. Fuck me.
He does tell me what to do a lot.
Yeah, but that's okay. Well, that's a wife. That's all right. You knew what you were getting into. You thought all the fucking stories about marriage were bullshit? No, they're 100% true. At least, Jesus, man. Be grateful. Be grateful, Jake. My wife won't even let me sniff the vagina anymore. Be grateful what you got. There are some people in this world who don't have anything. Like me. My wife hates me. Anyway. But this is a horrible story, man. Do you think that there should be a punishment if this story turns out to be 100% bullshit? Should this guy be punished for this?
I mean, he's going to be punished because, just through the media and just social media and just all that. But I mean, he didn't do anything illegal. I mean, I don't think he should, work as a Santa again. Oh,
he is making money off of interviews. You know, he's making all the rounds and stuff. He's probably made a couple of bucks off this thing. So that is illegal if this whole thing is fraud. But a lot of YouTube commenters and other people who like bloggers and such, they're actually expressing a lot of support for this guy because they're pointing out that Schmidt-Maltzen is simply, you know, adhering to patient confidentiality. Unfortunately, he is not bound by patient confidentiality. I mean, look, he could prove his story by simply giving out a name. Now, I understand that would be giving the parents a little bit of grief or whatever the case may be. But still, wouldn't the parents want this story to be confirmed or affirmed or rejected or denied? Wouldn't they want something? I mean, like, this doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't pass the smell test.
No, something's not right with this story. You know what it is? It's just too beautifully poetic and almost to the point where it's just too perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's just too perfect.
It's too perfect. It's too neat. It's too right, you know?
Yeah.
And these turn out to be bullshit almost 99% of the time.
Because what kid, okay, all right, the kid's 5 years old. Mm-hmm. This is really the first time he ever met Santa.
Yeah, right. Well, if he's been terminal his entire life or he's been sick his entire life, it makes sense.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's never even
and
had... Like, for the first 4.5 years of his life, he's been living in a bubble. And then, like, well, he's only got a couple of days, so put him on Santa's lap. You know, I mean, that's how I could see it
was fucking Justin Bieber not around or whatever the kids have it? You know, it's like, can we just get a guy to dress up as Santa? Because that almost seems like a cop-out. Who do you want to meet? I want to meet, you know, insert, you know, the Jojo Siwa. No,
I want to meet
Santa.
I want to meet the guy from the Subway commercials. No, no, you don't. No, you don't. He was so funny. No, he wasn't.
I want to meet Jared Fogle and Pete Townsend.
That's right. Yes, in that order.
Right, and I want to be alone with them.
Oh my God. Back to offensive. Yes. We're back to offensive.
And the ghost of Michael Jackson, please.
Oh, Michael didn't. I don't believe. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to stop you
come
there.
on, dude.
No, Michael didn't do anything. You leave Michael alone.
Fuck you.
No,
fuck you.
You leave Michael alone. You have no evidence. None. Zero. Zilch.
You have no. Yeah. A bunch of kids saying that he raped. What evidence do you have? Their parents making them do it. No, my evidence.
So Thriller. My evidence is Thriller, Jake. My evidence is Thriller. Anyone who can make Thriller is incapable of doing anything so heinous. My evidence is Heal the World, Jake. That's my evidence. My evidence is Moonwalker, Jake. Moonwalker.
Are you talking about the video game? The one where he would fucking save a bunch of children?
Yes, the video game where he would actually turn into a car and let children get inside of him. Yes, I'm talking of that movie. Yes, I am. It's a metaphor for beauty.
Are you going to stick up for Jerry Sandusky next?
No, just Michael Jackson because he's Michael Jackson. You need to have a little respect, you heathen. You're a heathen, Jake. I can put up with everything else. I can put up with the blatant racism, your misogyny, all of your intolerance for Indians and Jews and all this stuff, but you leave Michael Jackson alone, you son of a bitch. You leave him alone.
Damn, he must have fucked you good.
Hey, my trip to Neverland Ranch is between me, Michael, and Bubbles. Right. You don't need to worry about anything else.
Listen, when you're tossing salad, you always need a little bit of Neverland Ranch.
Shut your goddamn mouth. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, goddamn, dude. I didn't realize I hit such a fucking sore subject.
Sore being the operative word.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yes. And the final Christmas story that we have for
this one's
you.
Favorite. I'm happy you shared it for last.
Right. Yes.
I am so happy. This is my favorite story.
It's the one we can identify the most with. Let's be honest. This is the one. This is the one here. We can totally get this. Anthony Mace. Anthony Mace is a 9-year-old boy who, just like every other 9-year-old. Well, 9 seems a little bit old to me, but I don't know. 9-year-old boy wants to go sit on Santa's lap, and he wants to tell Santa that he wants an iPod Touch and a drone. It's all he wants for Christmas. He's not asking for much, just an iPod Touch and a drone. He's not entitled at all. Well, at the end of that, Jake, little Anthony Mace, little Dave Van Curo, little Jake Link tried to get off Santa's lap, and as he did, Santa leans over and says, "Lay off the hamburgers and French fries." At least that's what's being reported. Santa Claus fat-shamed little Anthony Mace of North Carolina. Holy God. And of course, it couldn't just be enough to have the story. We have outraged parents who have told this entire story.
That's not like that.
No, parents would never take advantage of a situation like this. I mean, no, never. It never happened. The 9-year-old is on record of saying, and this is where it gets funny for me. This is what the 9-year-old reportedly has said to news outlets. It affected 9 years old, by the way. Fat 9 years old, too. So he probably doesn't get
9-year-old.
We know that fat 9-year-olds don't get as good education as skinny 9-year-olds because teachers hate fat people. We know this to be true. It affected me so bad that I was crying until I went to bed that night. And I want to say to him, you don't want to disrespect a 9-year-old, even though what shape and size you are, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that wasn't written by a parent at all. Not for a second. Look, I'm not saying that this is blown out of proportion by parents. Actually, that's exactly what I'm saying. Look, the Santa Claus is wrong. There's no question about that. No question about that. But let me ask you a question, Jake, and I'm going to let you do whatever you want to do after I say this. Let me ask you this. If your 9-year-old child has an experience like that, would you want to immortalize it on fucking social media and the news outlets? No. Why would you want to put this out there? This is something that you handle with the mall or with that Santa. Like, that Santa says that to my kid. You know what the story is? Fat dad of fat kid goes to fat prison for beating up a fat Santa. That would be the story.
Fat prison.
Yeah, it's a different prison.
That's right. It should just be American guy attacks older American guy with a beard.
No, it's we're descriptive here, Jake. It's what we do. What do you think of this entire situation? This is fucking crazy, man. I don't know what's the craziest part of it.
I just think it's the fact that they hired Don Rickles as fucking Santa Claus. What did he do? Did he put his ear? Did he put his ear to his...
Don Rickles.
Lay off the cheeseburgers and fries, won't you? Baskin Robbins sent him down to only 4 flavors.
Oh, God.
Hello there, ice cream. He fucking puts his ear like if you ever the movie Dirty Work. Hello there, ice cream. You having fun swimming all around in there? That's right. How about instead of a drone, we get you a treadmill?
That's you don't want a drone. You want a jump rope. That's what you want. Right. You want a jump rope.
Oh, why don't we lay off the eggnog a little bit?
Don Rick, that's a great Jake. That might be the best thing you've ever fucking said ever. Don Rick, that's like the perfect goddamn person to play that Santa. That's
right. That's next. We got the little Negro kid. What do you want? That kid's bike. He's not using it.
Oh Christ! Oh no, you didn't just say Negro kid. Oh my God! Did you really just said Negro kid? Did you really just do?
I said it, but I said it as Don Rickles. So
so it's okay. Okay, then fair enough. Yeah, that's right. Because he's like Don 90. Rickles. You're fine.
He's 90. He doesn't know any better.
He doesn't know any better. He's Don Rickles. Who's going to tell him? He's performed for 4 presidents. Who's going to tell him anything? I mean, geez, Don Rickles. Negro. What the fuck is the matter with you? What is the matter with you?
Listen, I was doing it. What was I going to say? If I'm doing Don Rickles, I can't say, "Oh, look at the little African American kid."
You know what? You got a good point. That would hold up in any court of law. You're 100% right.
Yeah. Yes.
Holy shit.
Racist court. Yes.
Oh, racist court. Judge Judy, I believe, presides.
Hey! There's the little Chinese boy. What do you want to make all the toys?
Oh boy. No, I just want to calculate how much it costs at the end. Now that's fucked up. Okay. So, Here's what we're going to do here after all of that craziness. We do want to hear from you guys. I want to hear your worst Christmas stories because I want to rip off all kinds of emotional fucking Band-Aids. That's what I want to do. And that's how we're going to end the show. So I want you guys to think about this for a few minutes, right? I want you to think about the entire situation, everything that's ever happened to you in Christmas. And I want to get your best stories. And I want you to get ready to call in on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura. And of course, the number 702-751-2902. But before we do that, we're going to bring in our brand new correspondent, our brand new co-host, our brand new team member. Jake, are you excited about this?
I am.
I'm very excited because she is not only all of those things, but she is also our movie and television correspondent spectacular. It's the one, the only Aeon. Now, had I been good at my job, I would have already had her on the line as I was giving that intro, but I'm awful at what I do. So she's coming in right now, hopefully, if she answers her phone. And I believe she is answering. She's here.
She had to get jumped in last week with the Carolina Reaper challenge.
Blood in, blood out, Jake.
That's right.
Blood in. She is so perfect for this role.
She is festive.
Look at her.
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers!
Merry Christmas.
Yes. Aeon, welcome to the Nerd and Jerk family officially. You are the TV and movie correspondent guru. Man, you look fantastic. That is one beautiful goddamn reindeer. And it fucking has lights on.
Thank you.
The best prop of the night.
By the way, it was actually a lot easier for you to join than it took me, because it took Dave to hate me, hate me, then like me, then kind of tolerate me.
That's right.
And now we're working together.
And
all it took for you was to just even though we were talking about it before the pepper challenge, all it took for you was to just shove a pepper in your mouth.
Yeah, to almost emasculate me. That's all you had to do. Jake and I had to take each other's job 3 times. I mean, it was a process.
Right, yeah.
It was a process. I've always loved Jake. Maybe he's had some latent hostility towards me.
There's going to be a made for TV about the behind the scenes of Shot from the Point.
Cha-chung.
That's right. It's going to be in the Tommy C book.
Yeah,
there's going to be all the hurtful things that were said about each other. The time I ripped on Dave so much because he had so many shows.
Yes, right. Yes, I did. I did have a lot of shows. There were quite a bit.
You had a lot of shows, and me and Tommy one time just ripped on him so bad that I even did like the whole copyright thing at the bottom and said the Dave copyright.
It was so lame. It was so lame. It wasn't even good.
Dave
there are
Bender,
a bunch of gays over there.
Network.
You guys are the worst people in the world. You know what, Jake? You need to show some respect to Aeon. She's here to give us her holiday movie and television picks. Aeon, what do you got for us?
Well, first of all, Dave, you and I discussed this earlier today. You discovered that I fucking hate A Christmas Story.
Which I couldn't believe. And Tommy C was even more repulsed by that than I was. Yeah. And I was pretty repulsed. So now, I understand you went and you watched Christmas Story again today. And what is your verdict now?
Okay, so I fucking hated that movie as a kid. I saw it twice. I haven't seen it in 15 years. Mm-hmm. And I rewatched it finally.
Yes.
Still didn't like it a whole lot.
What did you like about it?
The beginning was boring, and the kids make the weirdest sounds and faces, and it haunts me. My thing, and I figured out why I didn't like it when I was a kid, which was that I don't like movies that star children, and I don't like fantasy sequences where the kids dreaming up some I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but some fantasy sequence of I hate those stupid things.
But that's reality. We all do that. I mean, I have fantasies all the time, even now, and I'm 33.
I don't like where the kids are main characters and they actually act like children.
Oh, wow.
I like Home Alone because Macaulay is his character kind of acts more of he doesn't really act so much like a kid. But I don't like children as main characters. and I don't like
hockey,
fantasy
I don't like
sequences.
That's right.
Okay, so my favorite parts were like the dad is my favorite character. Well, he's my second favorite character. He was so stupid, it made him amazing. And his obsession with that leg lamp was fucking creepy. My favorite line from him was, he was like, "It looks like the 4th of July."
It looks like the 4th
and
of
I'm just
July.
like, I was just like, what? My favorite, like the Santa in the mall and like the helper elves were fucking creepy, and like the dad's face when like Ralphie came out with that bunny costume was great.
Oh god.
And then but the best character by far was when Ralphie was standing in line with his little brother to go see Santa. There's some fucking kid with goggles just standing like doing this. He's like, I like Santa.
I like the Wizard of Oz.
And then he said, I like something else, but, and then he got in Santa's lap and started screaming, and I actually, like, reached out toward the screen as he was sliding away, going, like, no, creepy kid! That kid was the best thing in that movie, but I still
They should have had a spin-off of that kid's life.
His
dad just being disappointed.
Because that kid was weird.
Yes,
I like
Mongoloid
Santa.
the movie starring that fucking kid.
The Mongoloid Christmas.
But yeah, that
lights.
That was the best part of the movie. The dad was the second best part of the movie. I didn't like the rest of it.
No. The best part of the movie is the
Sorry, fra ra 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 ra. That's right. Racism is the best part of that movie.
My favorite scene in like near the end was when the dad was like, it's smiling. So
it's smiling at me.
Mallory just like cuts the fucking goose's head off and everyone screams. I actually started laughing.
I love that movie so much.
Because you hate children, or you just hate movies that star children?
Both.
God, I love Aeon. She's so great. It's because I like honesty.
Just don't hire her as a babysitter. Jesus
you
Christ.
and Jeff Huffman would have a hell of a conversation, right?
I've been a nanny. Okay, so
you and Jeff Huffman.
Yeah, you're the reason why nanny cams were invented.
Exactly.
That's right. They gotta shove a camera into this bear.
We're hearing all kinds of foul language. Our kid is like smoking now, and it's got to be because of Aeon. It has to be. You and Jeff Huffman should have a conversation, by the way.
Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot. Jeff was a fucking like daycare teacher.
Yeah, Jeff worked at a goddamn daycare. He hates kids like more than anyone I've ever met up until you. And you two need to have a real long conversation.
I enjoy. I like kids. I just love like the innocence, and there's no filter on them.
I wonder why you like that, Jake. Because you know why? Because they're the only other person besides you who go on a podcast and probably say Negro child. That's why you like children. Jesus Christ! But it was Don Rickles.
Yeah.
I like how your podcast started off like, let's tell weird Christmas stories, and then it went to, let's talk about religion, let's talk about race, kid died on Santa's lap, is that real? Let's talk about Michael Jackson.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the beauty of Nerd and the Jerk. Jesus. Yeah, welcome to the family. Fuck.
Right. It wouldn't be a Christmas show without talking about Michael Jackson.
Horse, come on. What else you got for us as far as movie picks for holiday season? What are your favorites? What are your least favorites? What do you got for us?
Okay, so my family never really celebrated Christmas very much, but we do have multiple Christmas movies that we watch every year. And the biggest one is, of course, Die Hard. It has Christmas. Yeah. It has explosions.
We'll give it to you.
Bruce Willis shirtless at some point. It has Alan Rickman.
Alan fucking Rickman, Jesus. I miss
that man so much. That voice. Best Christmas movie. Lethal Weapon. Tits, ass, explosions, guns, token black guy, buddy cop, classic movie, man. The Ref, Dennis Leary, Kevin Spacey, some kid that looks like Justin Long, but it's not Justin Long.
It's not Justin Long.
The Ref was so good. I love it.
The Ref, I gotta stop you for a second because The Ref, if you have not seen The Ref out there, I implore you.
I have not.
Oh, you have not seen The Ref?
Okay. No, I'm gonna have to now.
Oh my God.
You have to see The Ref.
It's amazing.
The Ref? Okay.
Dennis Leary. Jake, Dennis Leary. Okay, that's all I need to tell you. Dennis Leary. It's his best movie. It is Dennis Leary's best movie. It's amazing.
Yeah. And
Done.
this is from somebody who doesn't. Dennis Leary's hit or miss sometimes.
I
With his
love
comedy,
Dennis. I
but
personally, I love Dennis Leary, but
So good.
Here's a story about Dennis Leary. Louis C.K. has told it.
yeah.
Louis C.K., who has been known to have material
Pilfered.
stolen from him from Dane Cook. He actually had jokes stolen, and he went on record. The whole entire asshole thing was a Louis C.K. joke.
Oh.
That kind of, that let's just say kind of put Dennis Leary to into the spot that he is.
Now, has that been confirmed? Because I've heard that's very much in contention.
I heard Louis C.K. said something about like a joke a few years ago at a comedy club before like the whole asshole thing happened, and the joke went something like, "Oh yeah, I really don't care. I could do that because I'm an asshole."
Yeah.
And then Dennis Leary came up. I guess he was hosting, and Dennis Leary went into a whole thing about being an asshole. And then shortly after that, this song came out.
Yeah, but didn't that was from No Cure for Cancer? That was like the fucking late '80s, early '90s, wasn't it? I mean,
yeah, I think so. That was probably it. And but yeah, apparently like that's just like when it's the whole entire comedy subjective. Everybody's going to come up with everything and say everything every other way.
Yeah.
Louis C.K. likes to say a lot of people fucking stole from him, to be fair. I mean, and Louis C.K. is brilliant. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Dennis Leary is above it. He is from Boston. He probably has stolen quite a few jokes in his life. And, I mean, he stole his whole entire smoking guy shtick, too. So,
yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. But before Aeon got completely derailed by Jake.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Welcome to the family.
Our podcast keeps getting derailed.
That's what we do. It's what we do. We attempt to stay on point, but it's very, very rare. What else you guys got for us for the Christmas season?
So I don't know if you guys ever heard or read Terry Pratchett. I can't pronounce his name, but he wrote a great book called The Hogfather. I read it every Christmas, and there's a TV special that came out a few years ago. Ooh, cat.
Oh, you just derailed Aeon again. Holy shit!
Sorry.
What just happened?
He got mad at me.
He got mad. It was currently comatose. Right there.
Jake, what did you do to that cat, Jake?
He came over to me and I picked him up. And sometimes he likes to not be picked up. He likes to be picked up, and then he doesn't like to be picked up. Well, but I don't know. There's no warning. He just goes, ah. And okay.
Life lesson, kids. Be careful how you finger your pussy. Aeon, please continue.
I got so distracted. No, The Hogfather. There was a great TV release that was like a two-parter. It was so goddamn good. I forgot who voiced Death, but Death is the main character.
Oh, that's a great Christmas story. Yeah.
Yeah, and basically what it is the Hogfather is that world's version of Santa, and the Hogfather vanishes, so Death has to become Santa, while his granddaughter tries to figure out what happened to the real Santa.
Oh, it's like some weird fucking, it's like some weird diluted version of like On a Pale of Horse by Asimov, huh? This is like, it's a reversal. That's
it
weird.
Was so good. Oh,
that's
like the
crazy.
book is amazing, but obviously the TV miniseries doesn't have on par with it, but the Hogfather show was so good. And it was really close to the books. Scrooged with Bill Murray. Yeah. Another great classic.
You can make the argument it's probably the best iteration of A Christmas Carol.
Agreed, 100%.
I think you can make the argument. It's so good. It's so
my God, it's so good. And then I have to quote my mother real quick. One of our Christmas movies that we like watching is Elf. And my mom, when she first saw it, she said at one point, she looked at Will Ferrell, then looked at me and said, "Now that is one confident heterosexual male."
I like your mother.
Elf is definitely one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time.
It's funny. It's a very.
I haven't watched it yet this year.
And then my favorite, honestly,
no, not yet this year. Not yet this year.
You need. There's like a lot of Christmas movies you need to watch, Jake.
No, I've seen Elf. I have Elf.
Yeah, but I mean, this year you got to get that playlist rolling.
But honestly, one of the favorite reasons I love Elf, besides that great quote from my mother, was my sister on and off loves or hates that movie. Like she'll occasionally just suddenly have an obsession to watch the scene where he's like eating the cotton balls in the doctor's office. She just thinks she's like, that's so stupid. He's just eating the cotton balls.
You know, there's a part of that movie, and I almost get very tempted every time to try this. And it's when he has the spaghetti and he just dumps syrup into the spaghetti.
Yes.
Oh,
There's
God.
a part of me that's like, I kind of want to do this.
We're fat, yeah. We're
but I also want to have a foot still. So,
yeah, right.
you know.
That's right. I'd like to keep my foot. Come on. How about this had Half Man Lannister in it? The Peter Dinklage kicked some ass in that movie. Come on.
Yes.
Call me Elf one more time. He's a very angry elf.
He's a very angry elf. And that was before Game of Thrones, man. I mean, it's like...
I know. That was the birth of Tyrion. Hang on, I gotta push the button again. Why not?
You gotta keep lighting
These things are falling off my head.
Light up those lanterns there.
There we go. They keep falling off my head. I think they're for children. Or I have a big head. Like, hats don't fit me normally.
Yeah, I've been there. Been there.
Muppets Christmas Carol is another classic version of the Christmas Carol.
Light the lamp, not the rat. Yeah, I love that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Also the Christmas / Halloween movie and Nightmare Before Christmas, which is right there, is a great one.
Pretty
too.
damn great.
Oh yeah.
Some great music out of that.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
God, that was so good. Like the PlayStation 2 had like released a sequel to that movie called Oogie's Revenge. I played it.
I thought
was
you were
actually
doing
not
the
too
Corpse
bad.
Bride thing. Yeah, but no, it's
No.
There's a funny. They released it in theaters again, like in 3D or something.
oh, did they?
And I was supposed to go see it with somebody, but then I had a girl come over, and I didn't go see it with.
This
that other
is
person.
Halloween. You got a special surprise.
Dick
They're
is
like-
out getting late.
Yeah, and but I couldn't it was just kind of one of those. Let's just say that person didn't talk to me ever again. Because I kind of stood them up, and they're like, "Hey, we gonna go?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then this other girl's like, "Hey, I'm gonna come over." I said, "Yeah, sure, I got some time to kill." And then all of a sudden, I didn't go to the movie.
You made the right choice, Jake. I mean, I love Nightmare Before Christmas. You made the right choice. Do you know why I love Aeon so much? This is why. I'll tell you why. Because we've had an entire, so far, I know we're not done yet with this conversation, but so far up to this point, we've had an entire conversation about Christmas movies and TV specials and everything that we've talked about so far without bringing up a Charlie Brown Christmas. And I want to thank you for that because it's the most overrated fucking thing
I hate
in the history of the world.
Peanuts.
I don't hate the
them.
Peanuts, but that
I
goddamn
do.
movie, if you could watch that movie without actually trying to commit suicide, you are a special human being. It's the most
I wanted to
depressing
die
movie.
when I watched the Christmas special, and the reason why I hate the Peanuts so much is because my dad would fucking turn on the goddamn Weather Channel, and then he would just leave it on for hours. He would not even be in the room. I'd go to change channels like, Katie, don't turn it, no, leave it. And I would just hear do 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 because the Weather Channel where I was at just kept playing the goddamn theme song. So it was basically just do 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 do, and he wouldn't let me mute it, and I fucking hate that goddamn song.
I love your rage. I want you to dig deeper. This is a great thing.
Right.
Holy shit! That was-
Sorry, I
Tell
just
us-
really hate
tell
the
us-
Peanut
Tell
song.
us more. Tell us more about the Weather Channel. And what it means.
I hate the Weather Channel. I hate the Peanuts music.
That's right. All you need is fucking Linus to fucking tell you a 7-day
What was
forecast.
the name of the one that was always covered in dirt?
Pigpen.
Pigpen?
Pigpen.
My mom always called it Pigpen
Shit.
because I was always filthy. Like I was always covered in dirt or wandering around aimlessly looking like a hobo.
Oh, nice.
My sister used to say that I just need to put a metal pot on my head and get a shopping cart and I'd be good to go. I dress like a hobo. I usually do. I always look like I crawled out of a gutter and then I wandered outside.
My dad used to always tell me I dressed like a hobo. Oh, wait, never mind, homo.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, lean back. Let's turn back on the deer.
Yeah.
oh God, that was That was a good line.
What's
That was the boom goes the dynamite. That was fantastic. That was really, really great fucking execution too, Jakey. That was great. My biggest problem with Charlie Brown's Christmas is I feel like people, wow, you look like you just came from a Christmas after party now. That's fantastic.
That's my hair looks on a daily basis. Continue though.
But my biggest problem with the Peanuts shit is that it feels like people say they like it out of an obligation. Not because they actually like the movie, because it really doesn't hold up. It's not relatable. I don't feel there's anything relatable about that movie because I've never known a child in my life like any of those fucking characters. Not one. Not one.
I don't know. I had a depressed bald friend as grown up. You know, I had a friend that carried around a blanket all the time. My beagle, I had a beagle grown up. She used to pretend to the that
Red
she was
Baron.
flying a plane. Yeah, she used to pretend she was a Red Baron, and
to think.
I mean,
go ahead, Jake. I'm sorry.
I was like, I think I could relate.
I like to think that the entire Peanuts world is from a hospital. Like everything was made in the hospital. Because you got Charlie Brown, who's obviously a terminally ill cancer patient. You have a schizophrenic fucking beagle who thinks that he's a goddamn World War II or World War I, fucking bloody Red Baron. You got that. You got a child who cannot get out of his crazy impulsion of having a security blanket. So obviously has some manic depressive disorder, probably in a locked room on the 13th floor. You have characters who try to act as psychiatrists as others. So they're also kind of crazy. And one flew over the cuckoo's nest. You got one child who's perpetually fucking dirty. You got all these goddamn kids who just show all these symptoms.
You got a butch lesbian.
You got a butch lesbian. Yes.
Lover.
Yes.
And her lover, Marcy.
You got closeted fucking gayness. You got all kinds of things that I just think that it's a euphemism. It is a play off of like the worst part of psychosis or mental or physical illness. That's what the Peanuts is.
You're like that one person that actually like you've heard about all the creepy theories behind like Rugrats, right? Like that Angelica is like the only one there, and like all the other babies are like stillborns and never made it, and she just created them in her head, and that's why she could talk to them.
That's dark.
It's so fucked up. Like
that's dark.
There's like all these.
I know there's like a Winnie the Pooh version of it where like like Eeyore's depression, Christopher Robin, Satan, or some shit. I don't remember.
Hold on, I'm being called out in the chat
like,
for something. Wait a second. I got to take care of some business here. PBS Sweetie Pie, I love how Dave steals my line without giving me credit. What the fuck are you talking about, you jackass? What the fuck?
Well, I like how you're trying to fool people that you're a PewDiePie.
Oh, by the way, okay. So this asshole fucking writes something, doesn't realize that we're on a delay. I say something like at the exact same time as it, but I stole his fucking line. You can eat my dick, PBS Sweetie Pie. You know what? As a matter of fact, you're gonna get the first fucking holiday season timeout. Think about your life choices, you son of a bitch. Anyways, continue.
Dude's salty. That's what he's saying right now.
Yeah.
I will not be. The only people I steal jokes from is
Dave.
Absolutely, because I only steal jokes from two people: Jake Link and Louis C.K. Because everybody does.
Everyone's allowed to steal at least one joke from Louis C.K.
What's Louis C.K. gonna do? I mean, what is he gonna? He's gonna do nothing. He bowed down to Dane Cook, for Christ's sake. I'm tougher than Dane Cook. So, Aeon, anything else? Do you have any other movie picks? Anything else that you'd like to say before we close up this very successful first segment?
Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer is the fucking worst Christmas adaptation to the worst Christmas song I've ever seen in my life.
Ooh.
Like, the plot is Grandma got run over by a reindeer, and then Santa took her home, and she has amnesia or something, and then there's, like, a plot to steal her toy store, and you've never wanted to stab yourself more in the face.
This became a movie? I didn't know this became a movie.
Yeah, it did. It became an animated movie.
You're very cynical about everything. But listen, I know the one thing that just makes you melt, and it's this guy right here.
Yes, sandwich puppet.
There we go. Yes, your inner child is shown as soon as you see the sandwich puppet. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm turning on my reindeer lights for protection.
Do you want to eat it or do you want to bury it in the back fucking yard? That's the question.
I want to own it. I want to like buy one so I could just be haunted.
I sent her the link to him on eBay.
Yeah, I've been like looking at it, but I'm gonna wait till after Christmas to buy myself one.
I don't know. It's just funny. Like, I didn't realize that somebody's just been mass producing sandwich puppets.
Yeah,
it's just so creepy. I just don't understand why it exists, and yet I'm very glad it does. It's just one of those random things that I need in my life.
I had to, like, when I was looking at puppets, I was like, I have to have this.
Yeah, I don't blame
exactly.
you.
I saw that and I was like, I need this in my life. I'm never gonna use this, but I need it.
I don't blame you one bit.
It needs to be a part of my life. I just need this.
I don't think that's indicative of any mental illness on either one of you. I think it's very rational.
You know what you should do? If you get one, you gotta put a bow on your sandwich, so it can be
like Miss Pac-Man. That's right, because it's the only way that we'll know that it's a female, 100%, because that's obvious. Yes. Aeon, fantastic. Do you have anything else before I get you out of here? Uh-oh.
Sorry, just. Fucking sandwich puppet, man. Fucking sandwich puppet.
It got her all off her game.
Flustered.
She's like, I hate children. And
the Michael Jackson movie that you were referencing, I found out about that by playing the video game Moonwalker.
Man, yeah, it's great fucking movie.
That was a video game version of it.
Yes.
He turns into a robot at one point.
Yes, he does. He turns into a car robot in the movie, and the kids get inside of him. If that's not a euphemism for something, I have no fucking idea what.
I love Joe Pesci so much.
Joe Pesci's great in that movie. He's a drug kingpin.
But it's like the best thing ever. I fucking love Joe Pesci so much.
Who doesn't love Joe Pesci?
Exactly.
Loves Joe Pesci.
Right.
Aeon, fantastic job. Can't wait to see you next time that we have a show. Fantastic and welcome addition to the family. You are the latest nerd. Do you want to be a nerdette or a jerkette or a nerdy jerk or a nerd jerker? What do you want to be called?
A nerd.
Okay. Well, shit.
I guess.
I don't want to be. You know what? I guess.
That's.
You know what? That's probably the most progressive term is just to call her a nerd, because anything else is we're.
The word adding "et" to the end of shit makes me think of like the Chipettes and
Smurfette, the greatest et of all time.
No, I hate the Smurfs.
Go pet your Gargamel, okay?
I love. No. You're like my wife. My wife hates the movie A Princess Bride because it's too brown.
Whoa.
Wait. What?
She doesn't like the movie Princess Bride.
I love Tracy. I love her to death, but we have a problem here. You're going to have to go get her and bring her into the room. We're going to have the conversation.
He's sleeping. He's probably sleeping right now.
Damn it.
I'm not going to go, hey, Petty, wake up. Mommy doesn't like a movie from the 80s, so we need to find out why.
It's not just any movie from the 80s.
No.
No,
but my wife has like weird reasons to why she doesn't like movies or things.
Wait. Did you say the reason was because she said it was too brown?
Yeah.
Well, you guys belong together.
Let me tell you why she hated Soul Plane.
Yeah.
He didn't fall. Inconceivable.
I
know that's
great.
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what else? You think it means.
You know what else she doesn't like? She doesn't like Forrest Gump.
I can understand that. It's a long flick. I love Forrest Gump, but it's a hard movie to get through.
I love Tom Hanks, but
how could you? Oh God.
Fair enough.
Tom Hanks is the best.
No, everyone loves Tom Hanks.
He was in Splash. Splash is the best.
Okay, wait a second.
How could you compare Splash and Forrest Gump? Okay.
No, I just named the next Tom Hanks movie that came to my mind. Yeah, best movie by far, Dungeons and Dragons, where he confuses reality with.
We're talking about Tom Hanks. He was in.
Yeah, you could have went Philadelphia or
Saving Private Ryan, Castaway, Big.
Splash.
Turner and Hooch.
Cameo in The Simpsons.
Turner and Hooch.
I think murdered that movie. It was weird.
Oh my God.
Turner and Hooch was good. But
no. Turner and Hooch was great. Aeon, thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye. Aeon, she's so great. I'm glad that she's a part of the family now. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That was really great.
I just wish you liked more than just the sandwich puppet.
Right. So we've got a few minutes left. You want to take a few callers because we did say that we would take some callers. We're going to go ahead and open up the phone lines, and we want to hear your worst Christmas stories. We want to hear anything you got going on in your Christmas life that you'd like to share on Nerd and the Jerk.
Keep it light. We don't want to find out, like, because I could say, the last time I saw my dad of sound mind and body was Christmas Day.
Yeah, that's really
keep
sad.
It light.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's keep it light. All right, so go ahead and call in now on Skype, David Vancura, DavidVancura, or, of course, the number, 702-751-2902. Go ahead and call in. We want to hear about your worst Christmas, but not too worst. Keep it light. Keep it light, all right, kids? It's good stuff. Let's check out the chat. Sammy, do you guys know if Dave is taking calls right now? We are taking calls right now. That's exactly what we're doing. SF the man says, Jake, show your Obama puppet, you closet racist. It's not closeted. Jake's not closeted. There's nothing closeted about Jake's racism. It's right out there in the open. It's right.
That's right. I don't like the term. I don't like the term racist. I think that gets thrown around too much. And I think that's a very hurtful word. I prefer the term culturally intolerant.
There you go. That's PC.
Can we please keep it PC?
Come on.
Come
on, people.
Please. Thank you.
We're not asking for much here. Just keep it PC.
Racist is a trigger word to me.
It is. You need a safe space. If you guys aren't playing this game at home, by the way, you should be playing this game at home right now. How much farther can Jake's head disappear from the screen? It's a fantastic game. Let's go.
Well, I'm getting accused of my head being big, flirting, me and Ion looking like we're siblings.
For some reason, I can't bring Sammy into this call without putting you on hold. She is probably not added on my thing. Well, we need to add her. No, I did share. I can't do it. I'm having Tommy C issues.
You have Sammy right here. Hi.
I'm having Tommy C issues. Son of a bitch. I was able to bring in Aeon, but now I can't bring in Sammy. I'm having Tommy C issues. This is not good. That sucks. All right, we're going to try and bring in a couple of callers. If you got Sammy, I don't know why we can't bring you in. Maybe your Skype's not updated. I have no idea, but we could not bring you in for some reason. I apologize for that. And I'm not putting Jake on hold because nobody puts Jakey in the corner. It just doesn't happen. It does not happen. But if we don't have any callers, that means we can get up out of here. Jake, what things are going on that you'd like to get up out of there before we leave?
Not much. Just you can find me on Twitter, all that. But before we do get out, I just want to say this is probably going to be our last show before Christmas, unless there's anything else that has that goes on. I just want to say Merry Christmas to all our listeners and thank you. You know, I know it's very cliche, but it is because of you guys that we're able to do a show and want to do a show. Yeah. And and I thank you guys, and I wish all of you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Ramadan, whatever it is that you guys celebrate out there, and and just thank you for all of your kind words, all of your hurtful words, all of your words in general. And it just I want to thank Dave, and I want to wish his family a Merry Christmas, and just and all of them, and I'll talk to you more. But
as I do to you, I want to thank you, Jake, in particular. I'm going to thank all the fans in a second, but Nerd and the Jerk was dead in the water. This show has been my pet project, my baby for 4 years. I've had other co-hosts. I've tried to keep this show going, and you coming over
3 times.
Tommy, exactly. You coming over and having the willingness to do this, and even with your new domesticated family life, having a daughter, balancing all of that and becoming my partner, I've gotten to know you in a better way than I ever thought possible. You've become one of my closest friends, and I mean that sincerely. I can't thank you enough for coming aboard. You made my channel better. You've made me better as a radio personality, as whatever you want to call me. You've made me better, and I just want to really express my appreciation. And I hope you and your family have a fantastic holiday season.
And I thank you for taking the chance, on and just bringing me in, and And because you never know. You always sometimes there's times you think you're gonna work great with people, and it just doesn't work out for whatever reason. Creative differences, just scheduling, just personalities not meshing. But and it's definitely a lot of fun. I'm having a blast doing this.
Absolutely.
It's nowhere near to what Shot from the Plane is at, but we're gonna get there.
We're gonna get
there. I
there.
assure you, we will get there, and we're gonna trudge along until we get to 10,000 by next year.
Absolutely. I think we got an outside chance. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We're gonna keep on just trudging. We're gonna keep on trying to put out a quality product. Yep. It's who knows. Maybe one day there's money in this. Who knows?
Who the hell knows? We got an outside chance at 5,000 by the end of this year. I think we can get there. And a lot of that has to do with...
We could probably get there.
I think we can. A lot of that has to do with the amazing relationship that we have with Tommy C, of course, because of his growth is helping our growth. But a lot of it has to do with you guys continuing to support us and helping us grow and all of these things. Working with Jake is like I found my second shoe, my podcasting shoe. It's like... It's such a comfortable fit, and what we're able to do, and you guys supporting through the good, the bad, the racism, the satanic pornographers, and everything else that we do on the show, you guys accept us, and you've been along for the ride. We can't thank you enough. So whatever it is you guys celebrate, whatever it is you believe in, even if it is just commercialism, we appreciate and we hope that you have a fantastic holiday season. I think we're ready to get out of here, Jake. What do you think?
I just love it. Really triggers me that Jake's head is as big as the mic.
It's kind of messed up, man. It is.
Oh yeah.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. And you know what? If this is the last episode of the year, I think you can make an argument. This was our best show this year. This has been
there might be one more because if we're gonna. By the way, there might be an announcement. I'm just gonna say it. It's more than likely this show is gonna be a once a week show. It's no longer to be a bi-weekly Brofest. It's going to be,
That's what I'm talking about.
I think next year it's this show in December, more or less. It all comes down to just time and stuff. But it might be a day where it might be on like a Thursday or something, and then the next week it'll be on a Friday. But this show is more than likely going to become a weekly show, unless things just pick that or.
F&A right. And I'm so excited about that because I feel that the potential of this show is up there with any of the big shows that you see on podcasting stations, including goddamn iTunes. I think that we can compete. I think this is a fantastic show. So you guys continue to support, continue to show the love for this show, and we're going to grow together. And we can't wait to go through 2017 and beyond. Thank you guys so much for joining us right here on Dead on Dave Productions. This is Nerd and the Jerk. That is the legendary comedian Jake Link, and we want to give a very, very special thank you and welcome to our brand new co-host and television and movie guru, Aeon. Fantastic job out of her as well. Thank you guys very much for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel, and as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We will see you next time. Keep it copious, and peace.